So the next one is why personal anonymity matters. I think so many people, there's still a lot of people inside the rooms, and we've actually had somebody on this podcast that doesn't talk about it a whole lot inside of his work environment. It's not one of those things that he talks about. And you'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
I know it is.
He just doesn't talk about it a lot at work. And the complete opposite of that is everybody that I work for, that I work with, absolutely no, I'm an alcoholic.
Well,
because I ain't afraid to talk about it.
Well, mine was pretty. My failed piss test, even though I studied hard for that son of a bitch, that failed piss test was pretty. I had to walk off the job,
and
then 7 years later, when I got sober, I got to call my boss, who took me to Uncle Chuck, and then it's hard to keep that under wraps.
But isn't that anonymity part of being humble too, though?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So why? So
well, it's protection. I don't ever want to soil the name of Alcoholics Anonymous or the steps or God, because if I fail, it's solely on me. It's because I didn't do what I needed to do or didn't continue to do what I needed to do. It's not that the steps failed me or the fellowship failed me or my brothers failed me. I failed me.
I think that's the biggest thing that concerns me, how sober or how out loud I am about my sobriety, is if there ever is something that I slip on, good God, I just don't ever want that to happen, right? And but that's why I stay right here.
But the greatest gift
that's why I stay right here.
And the great gift God gave me, I love this. I mean, and as I shared yesterday,
for sure. Absolutely.
The first time I've ever went and shared, and I wasn't nervous. Remember, I did that little step work about competing.
Yeah.
It carries over into this for some reason because it's not my favorite thing to do. My favorite thing, and I shared my favorite thing to do is Big Book, drunk, his Big Book, and doing this. I love that. I don't do it because you got to give it away to keep it if you want to do this, but it does cost me. It is sacrificial because it takes time away from me and her. It takes time away from me and my kids. I could be doing or working out or training. It is sacrificial every time, but it's worth it. I love it.
Yeah,
I don't love going to Manteca and sitting in front of all those men, and then what he says. John's like, "You guys are gonna." There was 30 of them in there, and I knew 2 of them. Besides Nathan that was there, I knew 2 of the guys, and you guys are gonna be blessed. We got a great speech. And I'm like, motherfucker, shut up, shut up. You know what? And I told him, hey, I apologize because you know what expectations do. They cause resentments. So you're gonna be, calling your sponsors and praying for John because the motherfucker set you up for. And I'm going to let you down because my story's not exciting.
Interesting question and I just wrote it down. Because I like to speak and that works for me and I enjoy that. Am I not being humble? Is that boosting my ego?
It depends on your motives. I can't speak for you. I don't know what it does to you inside. Remember, justify, rationalize, minimize.
I understand that, and I can tell you right now, every time I speak, I'm on fire.
And
I love
me too.
speaking.
And sometimes for me, there's more of me in it that should be there, and sometimes there's none of me as it should be. It just depends on the day. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to speak because I'm going to plant, water, or harvest. One of those 3.